Bam! We're live.
Puppy power.
Hey, everybody.
Okay.
Puppy power. They're not puppies.
Puppy power.
Tim, keep your puppies to yourself. That's chaos.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, Willow. Yeah, it's going to be noisy at my side for a few minutes. My son just got home from the store, so.
Yeah, I got yelling behind me.
I'll quit.
And there it is. Okay. My son.
Sorry. I just was being an ass clown because I can.
I know.
Well, this is an exciting start, isn't it? My son's riding a ripper horn. Yay! How is everybody? Hi, Larry.
Hello. Oh,
What a way to start the show.
right?
I was telling Tina that my son was at the store. I was like, so at some point in time, my live will get loud. I might have to mute in 1 minute before I was going to hit that button. Sure enough. I'm like, oh no. So,
Is what it is.
you know,
When you got stupid back
it says, it says all over my channel, expect the unexpected. So I suppose that goes for me too.
Right?
Well, I hope everybody is having a
Stash.
Hi, Stash. I hope everybody is having a fantastic night. Yeah.
I've got dinner cooking.
My dog just burped behind me. Oh, what are we having for dinner?
I took some pork chops and diced them and cubed them up. Put in some General Tso sauce.
Yeah.
Stirred it all up. Covered it with some foil. Popped it in the oven. So General Tso pork.
I don't do General Tso. Otherwise, I won't be able. If I do something spicy like that, I won't be able to taste food for a week, and it will hurt all that time.
Yeah,
Tim, you're silly.
at least he's in a good mood. It's right there with Junior.
And slamming doors. Hooray!
Oddly enough, I didn't hear that one.
And my dog burped behind me. It's a cacophony of noise over here. I'm like, what, you too? Oh, your notification. Oh, notification actually went through. Yay!
Yeah, it just did ding.
Ding, ding, ding. I'm not subscribed to myself, so.
Hey, Jules.
Jules. Actually, this is my third live, Jules. Third time, but I'm so happy to see you. Hold on, I'm going to make you blue. Jules, get the blue. Blue, blue, blue. There we go.
If you would like.
So I am only going to go for about 2 hours tonight, so I'm going to end it. Thank you, Willow. I'm going to end it about around 9 o'clock. Oh, Jules. Well, then you are excused for not being here for my first one, which was my birthday live. At 9:30, Old School Flips, Jimmy, has a show on. And our favorite Dan the Answer Man is also on that. He does a trivia segment, which is fantastic because Dan is awesome. And yeah, they do. It's Jimmy and a guy named Jeff that do like a thrifting reseller type of show, but it's fun. It's not boring. You won't fall asleep. Trust me. And I actually have not. I should have been looking at that one.
I am looking at links now.
Okay.
I had it because I was dropping them in Larry's, but I wasn't smart enough to copy and paste them and put them on. Nope.
Oh, I'm a feature. Not really.
Whoa! Live.
Yeah, so everything is either orange or not orange.
Go away, son.
Well, it's technically the truth.
Anybody want a soon-to-be 17-year-old?
No, I like it here.
Damn.
I mean, unless they live up near Chicago.
That was fun. He's not done yet, but now he knows that I'm live. Hey, before I just sent my son a thing for auto insurance. My son doesn't have a car or a license, so
That's interesting.
But he also brought me in a package. Does this look familiar to anybody? Hi, Christy.
Does what look familiar to anybody?
Oh, I think it looks familiar to somebody. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta move my thing. What?
What?
I'm not muted now.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Oh,
Food.
Thank you.
Food. They ran out of the lightly salted, so I got to do the original.
All right, that's fine. Thank you, baby. Good job.
oh, it's the package from Mr. Stash. Awesome.
I'm going right now. Goodbye.
Come on. He is in much better mood these days, but I will say he's in a much better mood towards me. Oh, did you forget something? Yeah, thanks. Knocking after you're already in the room is so redundant.
Gotta make sure you're wearing my presents.
Thank you.
What's up, John?
What's up, bud?
Hi, Junior.
And that, everybody, is my son.
Oh, God love him.
I was like, well, you just threatened to beat your dog's ass on, YouTube. He goes, well, I corrected myself. He goes, you muted before I did that, didn't you? I'm like, maybe. He did, when he said he was going to beat her ass, he did say, but not really, because I don't want to have to clean up the mess. So I guess that's called correcting himself. I don't know. Oh, let's see here. We get to do an unboxing. Unless my son interrupts me again. Geez, Stash, you hermetically sealed this thing. Water couldn't even get in here. What the hell? You need to leave me an edge, man. You need to leave me an edge. Oh, there we go.
Hiya, Christy. Making dinner.
Thank you, Tina. My Tina alarm woke me up, so still a little out of it. Oh. Hey, Willow, there you are. Boop. Boop. This is a birthday present from Stash, Mr. Stash.
Oh, awesome, Tim.
Yes.
Oh, got the paper for it
No
today.
problem.
Yes.
Cool.
28.
Cool.
One more 28. That's fine.
I was typing it that you were going to
dinner?
No.
Sorry.
What do we do for dinner?
Hot dog and fries.
Okay.
I'm using old oil, though. I wasn't able to get any more.
Okay.
What's that?
It's a present for me. It's not for you. Go away.
Who gives a shit? I don't want to be able to. I mean, stuff. No,
Say hi.
no. I will smack your fucking camera.
Now he's starting to beat my ass. Say why are you yelling?
I retook it back. I'm hyper. Leave me alone. Why are you correcting me?
It's what I do. Where's your bed?
Lord, duh.
If you're gonna kick the butt, make sure you do it good.
He does it. Dude.
What?
It's what older people do, you know. Hard of hearing,
Is
but
that bit
inside
older?
voice, please.
No, you're not that kind of bear
Oh,
much.
what is it?
It's gemstones. Look.
Oh, I thought they were like little monocles or something, because I know you're going blind. See, I didn't get that one.
Get the fuck out. Did you guys hear what he said?
No.
He's like, oh, what are those? I said, they're gemstones. He goes, oh, I thought they were little monocles and shit because you're going blind.
Oh, John.
What would marbles have to do with blind?
Monocle.
Oh, monocle. Okay. I like the
Like-
marbles. Hey, I'm cleaning my ears out.
Well, a couple of them
Doesn't
opened
help
up.
much, but at least I won't get an earache.
His name is John. John Jr.
Yeah, his name is John.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Figured.
He actually can't stand the man he's named after, which, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Hindsight.
If I had known the man was going to turn out to be such a dick, I probably would not have done that. But hindsight. But he wants to change his last name to John's last name, the John that just died. So
I don't know. I mean, you're talking about not using Junior and some kind of mayonnaise, and then you're saying Heinz site.
am I all messed up?
Not on my end.
Okay. My son is in the kitchen singing. Stash, these are gorgeous.
Sorry, guys.
Missed it completely, did you, Willow?
No,
I'm just
she
trying
said
to-
Heinz site.
No, she didn't. She said hind sight.
I know, but
I
it sounds
told-
like Heinz,
That's
another
what I heard.
brand of mayonnaise.
Uh-huh.
I heard the ketchup
Ha, ha,
too.
Whatever.
No, apparently you and Tim are both hearing the same. Only he said ketchup and you said mayonnaise.
I just ketchup.
They do have mayonnaise, believe it or not. It sucks.
Yeah,
but
they
have
do.
it.
Okay. Hopefully this will not open up or anything. I think I've got them all secured down. Some of the little lids came off. But and I definitely do not want to dump any of these anywhere. So close.
Ooh, I know what these are now.
Up at me. Boom.
Okay.
Coming out big size.
Okay, I'm going to turn the camera because if you hit me with that, I won't care. No. Why is the water stain? Never mind. That was a silly question. Okay.
I got steak fries.
Okay.
And you can tell we're having a fucking chicken tonight. Come on, I love chicken.
We're having chicken tonight, honey.
We're having chicken.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to make me big. Which I wouldn't do if this wasn't absolutely freaking gorgeous. Bam. And my camera sucks, so I'm sorry. But look at
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Those pictures you sent were really pretty, too.
Specimen tray. That's cool.
Nice.
they're so sparkly and pretty. I need a gem tester.
I know where there's one at.
No. Wrong gem tester.
Oh,
The one that she wants is the one that I want. That's very much an upgrade. Very, very much an upgrade.
well, I'm going to sit back because you doing what I was fixing to do.
The
So,
one that she wants is the one that I want.
yeah,
Neither one of us have the money for it.
yeah.
Yeah, Jules. Mr. Stash 51 sent them to me as a birthday present to use when I make my jewelry. Mhm. My precious. Thank you so much, Stash. Thank you.
Ruh-roh. Schmeagle
Oh, I can
came out.
definitely use them. I can definitely use them. Trust me.
Yeah, after she drools on them for a good while, puts them under her pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't guarantee how many times I'm going to open this box and just. They are very beautiful and they've been very much.
Mother.
Yeah.
Tucker. Tucker.
No, not the cat.
I bought me some.
Hey, Squashy.
Yeah, no. Just dancing with me.
Don't dance in my room, you big fucker. You'll knock everything over.
What do you call it? Dance. It's more like just
That's what I said.
all around.
Hi, Squashy. Hi, Dan.
In case you're wondering why Squashy's laughing, he was going, Mother. I was going, Tucker. Mother. Tucker. Mother. Tucker.
And Tina is dropping your link for you and Jimmy and Jim's show. She's already done it once. We're going to continue to do it because I already let people know I'm only going for 2 hours, and then they should go and check out your show at 9:30.
I love how he was knocking, going, Mother, and I was just waiting for the triple knock penny. Da, 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 da,
I know.
penny. Big Bang Theory. Gotta love it.
I know. That's
no
what you
idea
did
what that
it.
is.
Oh, thank you, Jules.
I always thought the Big Bang Theory was analyzing the bang.
No.
But, yeah. apparently not.
Tim, you're silly.
And yes, Dan, when she said that, I went and subbed so I'd get notification and so I could find you, and I'll be there. Gotta check it out.
Their show is fun, and Dan's previous segment is super awesome.
Oh, Kodi roboted.
Yeah,
Not allowed.
just repeat from something setting. What setting? I didn't get that.
I don't know.
Well, I can't remember if it was before or after you left on Tania's channel last night. She was having problems getting back in, so and it was coming down to the countdown thing or whatever. And so we, Rhonda put up a link to go to a StreamYard on her channel, and we all went over there and hung out. That way, if she got her internet back, her and Kim could do their thing. And yeah, we hung out there for a good while, and Amber finished showing her stuff.
Oh, she showed more?
A lot more.
Aw,
And
I missed it. Yeah,
I don't know
Tania
if
had
you. I don't know if you were there when she was talking about the big butt, but yeah, she brought that up too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. For fuck's sake.
But
Now the animals.
They're not ready here.
Stash, I opened the card. Thank you so much. Those are very cool. Stash sent me their matchbooks, right? Like matchbook covers. Star Trek MASH and
No, it's not ready.
Knott's Berry Farm.
matchbooks, is that what she said?
Very first ever matchbook covers. That's very cool. Thank you.
Matchbook covers, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought matchbook covers were neat
Not
when I was
ready.
young, but yeah, my dad wouldn't. No, he would want me collecting those.
Jules said, "You guys should be proud of me. a whole week going through about 18 pounds of jewelry, cleaning, sorting beads by type, and bagging everything. In the process of figuring out how and where to store it. Very cool, Jules. You go.
Done that before. I did a 18.5 pounder, and then I did a 25.8 pounder, and then the other one was like 29.9
I don't like.
or something. It was almost 30 pounds.
I still haven't gone through the box that Jesse sent me. That was, what, 18 pounds? So I got 18 pounds of jewelry to go through, too. I just don't have any place to do it.
Yeah, you got to have room and trays and baggies and yeah.
So,
But
I mean, I did kind of glance through the top bits of it, but
Yeah, it's almost there.
well, the
I don't have the space right now. So, kind of like I don't have
Well, you
space
had
for all
to-
this stuff people just brought in my room.
you have to kind of you had to dislodge something from the box and get rid of it
Huh?
from the box. Remember, there was something in the box.
Oh, I already
You
did
had
that.
to, that's what I'm saying. You looked through the top enough to be able to take care of that.
Oh no, I scooped through down to the bottom of that, and I had gloves on. That was crazy insane. I still can't believe he actually put that in the box. Oh, nice, Dash. I just glanced at them because, I'm on a live and all. But that's very cool. Snoopy. Snoopy rocks. They're cool.
Oh, cool. Snoopy's awesome. Dog with attitude that we don't have to pick up after.
Right?
It's all great. Yep. That's
Doing
one
this
puppy you
with
don't
my-
need a pooper scooper for.
I'm doing this
Might
with
need
my
bullshit
place still
shovel,
going
but not a
through renovation that's been delayed through 2 years. 9 months of COVID delays. It's hard to organize when things had to be moved around for purpose. Yeah, I would imagine so. Put everything on wheels.
Damn.
But Snoopy is awesome. Snoopy is fantastic. Now I want to look at it again.
You seen all my sewing stuff? Let's see, who was it? Where was it? Jules. Yeah. If you've seen all my sewing shit, yeah, you.
Oh, the Snoopy one is signed.
Mm-hmm. Is it a paw print or is it a full signature? Christy says, we bought a 1920 house 4 years ago and we are remodeling the whole house. Oh, wow.
Linda, yay!
We've got a few late 1800s. I think there's still a few mid 1800s homes here. One of them is known as the Cross House. You can look that up. And they finally, for the most part, I think, got that one done after like 5 different owners tried and couldn't pull it off because it is huge. It's what would be known as a manse from back in the day. Old Victorian manse.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I do everything on wheels. People think I'm nuts, especially because Miami is so decor conscious. Fuck what people want and what people think. You do you, Jules.
That's what I do. My house is so damned eclectic that it scares people.
And you know what? If you do you hard enough, people will start following what you do.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then you'll have to change up what you do because you'll be like everybody else and everybody will be like you, and that sucks.
Yeah, but about then you usually get tired of it and you're ready for a change up anyways.
Yeah. Christy, you're
Stay a
making me
step ahead of
tired
the
just talking about
Joneses.
that. Upstairs is a mess, but we are getting there. Got almost 2 rooms finished, 1 bedroom to go, and bathroom is painted. Just need the sand cabinets, paint white, and put in tile. You're painting your bathroom white? Or sorry.
No, I think painting cabinets white.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I like white cabinets, but I usually have to do a little something with them, to add like texture or something. Linda,
I lived
I gotta go grab
in
some.
an apartment. I lived in an apartment with the Cracker Box. That's what I called it, the Cracker Box apartments. It was a big square brick building, and all of the apartments fit into it exactly the same. Everything was white, and we weren't allowed to change any of it. And I was like, I hate this place. I hated living there. So here, everything is beige. It's like this weird tannish brown. I like ocean colors too, Christy, as long as there's purple in it too. Mermaid colors. They're ocean colors. Ugh. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Apparently, you're getting another bag soon. This time from Devin.
What? Who?
Cody's getting a bag soon from Devin.
Linda. I love you, Linda. Thank you. So, apparently, I'm storing the water in my room, and my son keeps coming in to get water, and I'm looking at him, and he handed me a water. Thank you.
I got something in the mail yesterday
Yeah, what'd you get?
that I wasn't expecting. Linda sent me a care package.
Oh. I was there when she grabbed that. She was like, "Do you think Willow would like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Thank you, Linda.
Oh, I love presents.
Perfect
I will be
bag
happy
for
when
my
I
sewing project.
situation. I will be happy when I am in the situation where I can send presents instead of just getting them. Yeah, I can't stand totally white. I look at these houses like, you look at like
2 huge houses into a 1-bedroom, and
well, yeah, because they condensed their situation.
Downsized.
That's seriously downsizing.
That's a major downsize. That's not downsizing. That's going no.
Silly.
That's not downsizing. That's going from living in an actual house to going
yours?
into one of those tiny homes.
Okay, thank you. It keeps getting better every time he walks in the room. Now I got money.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
My son's
I
rent
don't
has
mind
been
my
paid.
kids walking in and handing me money.
Right? My son's rent is paid.
Usually
Well,
my
yeah.
kids walk in and go, "Hey, Mom, can I have a card? Got any money I can borrow? I need gas. We need some groceries."
I watch a lot of shows where they show the housing styles, different places, and you walk into them and it's like, is this for display purposes only? Because everything is white, and they're talking about how the family has 4 kids, and I'm like, where did they keep them? In the basement? Because there's no way, especially when they had this whitewashed wall that was like rock, so it's textured. There is no way you're keeping that clean with kids. There's going to be peanut butter and jelly and chocolate and everything. I'm like, no. It's like,
There
can
you just have to use washable paint.
It's like, did you leave the kids, store the kids in the other house?
Simple green and magic erasers.
Yep.
I mean, there's just no way that, and the rich people aren't going to do that. I mean, their maids might, but rich people aren't going to follow around after the kids and pick up after them. They'll just buy a new house. Okay, this one's dirty. Let's move.
All right.
Yeah, when I had my mobile home, my living room it was Caribbean blue, and it had a little bit darker bluish teal for trim, and the kitchen was a mint green. The cabinets I kept white because they were made of a material that you couldn't paint. The paint just kind of rolled off it. I was like, well, shit, that's not going to work. My daughter's bedroom was purple with pink trim, and she wanted her closet pink with purple trim. my friend John would not go in the closet. I had to paint it because he said he's not living in a bottle of Pepto-Bismol while he's painting. So so I had to do that. And my room was a dark purple. I mean, dark, almost black purple. It was dark purple with teal trim. And my son wanted the outside in his room. That's what he told me. I'm like, what? He goes, like outside, the grass and the sun and the sky. And I'm like, oh, crap. So what we did is we did the bottom half of his walls green, and we did the top part blue, and then we did the trim yellow. And then John, in his brilliance, painted a big yellow sun in the corner. I'm like, so that was my son's room. Son had a little bit more imagination. So, okay.
Did you put AstroTurf down for carpet?
No. Hell no. But yeah, I mean, my house was full of color, and the bathroom was a combination of both of the kids' colors, their bathroom, and then my bathroom was supposed to be like mermaid colors with glitter. But we never did get to painting my bathroom, which kind of sucked. But yeah, I mean, my house was all color, so you were happy no matter what room you went into. It's just, And of course, my room was dark because, hello, bear cave. Yay, Wendy! Thank you. Toad went and got me chocolate. European chocolate. A certain big Brit fucker that we know has kept telling me he's going to be sending me chocolate, but I haven't gotten that package yet, so it looks like Toad's going to be in for the win.
Yay! Hey, that means that the post is open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because if Wendy can ship, he should be able to ship.
Yeah. So we should be getting, all of us should be getting boxes posted.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome. That'd be a wonderful present.
Yep, definitely. I need that one case that I bought. I'm trying to secure everything jewelry-wise before, everything lifts and I start having housekeepers and home health showing up and stuff. And
yeah, you want to be able to keep track of all that.
Yeah.
Jules, did you hire somebody to come in and tell you what feng shui would be in your house? People have done that. I've seen it. Usually you have to have some kind of water thing there when you do feng shui too, because water helps with the flow of energy.
Yeah, live water, aka a fountain or something to that effect.
Well, not all of them, Linda. I still have some stuff here I can't ship to you yet. Because I don't have a printer or boxes or...
Did the price right?
Hold on. Pardon me.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be very cool if the post is open. My son. Linda. Ah! Oh, Jules used to do feng shui. Very cool. That's very cool. I just do what I like. I'm not allowed to paint here. But I can't reach the walls anyway. There's only one I can reach, and that's directly in front of me. So, but yeah, we're not allowed to change the color.
Well, and he can't stick you if he needs to repaint when you move out.
Yeah, well, I had asked him at the other place. Sorry.
I do a bit of feng shui in mine, but this place, it's kind of hard to do. You always want a barrier. You don't want like door to door so that stuff goes right back out.
Yeah.
And this place is like that. So, because the front door is here, patio door is straight across. So.
Damn, Jules, that sounds sweet.
But when I get a chance, we want to get rid of the patio door, put in a door, regular door with a screen door. And the edge of that wall partition right there, I'm going to jut out a, like a 1x6, maybe 1x8. And it's just going to be open boxes, and then put colored glass bottles and stuff in it, that kind of thing, to create a faux line that will block that and make it more feng shui.
Linda, you could get a tall triangular table for that, and then you could have a little shelf behind your bed. Yeah. Or get one of those corner bookcase things and put it in there. My bed is in the middle of my room. Okay, it's not against any walls. Yeah, it's not a good feeling of security. I need something, But bless you.
Thank you. I had time to grab the Kleenex, but yeah, that one kind of blew out. Yeah, I can't put our bed or my bed, but in one place because where doors are and windows are, and the windows are way too low. But I like where it is. I just can't put like side tables by it because there's like a doorway and a doorway, and the bed is. Yeah. And it has to be a full size bed. Can't go any bigger. Otherwise, I have to get up under the trailer and reroute the heater vent to be able to use a different wall, and which is just straight across. And I'm like, what's the point in that? What I have is just fine. So, because that wall
is making me very jealous. She's like, nah,
that
that's
wall
nothing.
is all
House. She's like, Jules is all like, well, nah, my big house. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Was almost on an island, used to have a boathouse and my own boardwalk jetty where dolphins came to visit each morning. Yeah, I miss that house the most. I would too. Yeah, taxes.
Yep, if you live near the ocean, the taxes are insane.
You have dolphin tax there? Well, we see that dolphins are coming to see you, so we have to tax you for that.
And there's water and hurricanes, so we have to tax you for that too.
Yeah. That's called, we're not insuring your property because it's going to get blown over or damaged, and we don't want to have to pay to fix it. Yeah, and hurricanes.
Yeah. Didn't I say that?
Yeah. But there's a delay with the chat, so she might have said and hurricanes before you said it, or before she heard you say it, or whichever. City President pay us. Bed.
I'm used to being able to see things like immediately in the chat. Even if there's a delay, I still get it, when I'm in StreamYard and then YouTube chat. And YouTube is kind of, and that's not happening anymore, and it takes me a bit to adapt. Ooh. Yeah, the only thing that would get me is if you have dolphins coming to visit, that means there's probably sharks too. At least bull sharks.
Not necessarily. Sharks don't stay around where there's dolphins.
It depends.
Because dolphins are the only predator that sharks have aside from killer whales.
Yeah.
Timmy, really? Get to bed. Go lay down. I love dolphins too. Such proud parental moments. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, I have to do with Victoria. Oh my golly. She's so cute when she says that.
Oh God, yeah.
And she doesn't even realize she says it. So that's why every time Victoria in the morning says, oh my golly, or oh my gosh, I type it in the chat. She's like, I didn't say that, did I? And she's like, oh, maybe I did.
I think it was her son howling like a dog.
I lived from about a mile from the cut where they cut an opening for intercoastal river out to ocean. Oh, okay.
Mm.
White tigers were always my favorite, Wendy. They actually were. I had, well, the clicking was my dog and the howling was my son. He calls that singing.
Sure.
Yeah. I used to have a white tiger picture, and I actually won it when I was like 13 or 14. I won it at the carnival. We had an apple blossom festival in my town. And this little tiny carnival would come, and I'm like, the little fairs and stuff. And they had the booth where you throw darts and balloons, and I won that there. And it was like laser printed onto glass. And this is when I was a lot younger. I carried that thing around with me forever. And 6 years ago, when John took that Cialis or Cymbalta or whatever it was that he took, I think it was Cymbalta, trying to self-medicate for depression, he broke it. And since the picture was on the glass itself, it was not repairable. I cried.
Bummer.
Because it was a white tiger sticking its tongue out. It was like, and it looked so freaking cute. And yeah, he broke it. Man, I never let him forget that too either. He was like, I like this picture. I'm like, oh yeah, I had a picture that I really liked once. And he was like, yeah. I rode him hard and put him away wet for that one, let me tell you. And it was not enjoyable for him. No.
Broke out that cat o' nine tails, did you?
No, he didn't have. I told you he didn't enjoy it. No cat o' nines for him. No, I ripped him a new one. You know what I mean? Just because he. I mean,
I remember you telling me about when he did the.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to kill me. Well, I don't think he was trying to kill me, but he did almost kill me. Don't self-medicate people with prescription medications. It's just not a good idea.
Yeah, especially medicine that you're not supposed to take, that you've not taken before.
Yeah, Cymbalta is not something that you should take without doctor supervision, that's for sure. So, I'm lucky that the only thing I had gotten an entire collection of D&D books because him and I were supposed to, he used to be a dungeon master when he was younger, and he wanted me to play because I'd never played Dungeons and Dragons on tabletop. I had only played video games that were. So let me tell you, Dungeons and Dragon books are expensive as hell.
Yes, they are.
$75 a book. So once a month I'd get a book, and I had the Dungeon Master book, and I had Dragon books and the monster book. I had all the monster collections. And he liked to draw, so he was using pictures to do sketches. He ripped 2 of those books completely in half. One of them was one of the Dragon books. I was pissed about that. After that, I wouldn't even, he'd be like, so we're going to start with Dungeons and Dragons? I'm like, oh, what, with the book they didn't have? I had bought him sketch pencils, the expensive ones, the ones that are like $30 for like a little tin, the prism ones and stuff. And he started snapping them in half. Yeah, he was out of his head. Cymbalta it messed him up more than booze did. I was terrified. I'm like, what? So I did manage to take most of them away and hide them. But, he was, it wouldn't have done any good, Linda.
It wouldn't have done any good at all, Miss Linda.
Yeah, I would have needed an encyclopedia with a brick inside of it for it to have made a difference. The Cymbalta just, it was bad. And luckily, and then when, I didn't call the cops on him, but my friend Rose had called me, and he was flipping out because I was on the phone. He put his arm through the wall. I mean, literally put his arm through the wall twice while I was on the phone with her. And I was like, oh, I'm going to let you go before he wrecks the whole house. And she's like, okay, honey. And she didn't act anything. The next thing I know, about 15 minutes later, 911 called me. because Rose had contacted the state police here in my state, and they she gave them my address, so they contacted the local PD, and they called me, and they were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Well, not really. I'm not really sure." And
Welfare check.
he's all like, "Who's that? Who's that?" And they could hear him, and they're like, "We're sending somebody." I'm like, "Okay, have a good day," trying to play it off, and so they did show up, and it was police officers that we knew because I did live in Cracktown. So I used to call on the crackheads all the time, crack dealers and runners and the fun people that would break into houses. He was like, "I'm fine. I don't need to go." And I'm like, "Oh, you're going to one place or the other. Either you go to the hospital, which is what I wanted, or you go to jail, which is what the cops wanted." So he did go to the hospital, and the police officer stayed with him. And of course, the Cymbalta's not going to show up. So they kept him there until he was calm and rational. And the police officer stayed with him the whole time. I was amazed.
The size of the chicken.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Jeez, Mr.
Yeah.
Stash.
Sorry,
Yeah.
interruption.
No problem.
Yeah, I haven't gone to auctions because I don't have money.
I used to enjoy going to the auctions and I just sit and chat with everybody, but
Oh, for D&D books, yeah, they're expensive, especially the older ones that you can't get anymore.
I have first and second edition books, not all of them, but some of them, because I was a DM.
Yeah,
and just a regular player.
I do, Linda.
Good.
Well, you know what irritated me is I went through the entire process because I didn't know what you were supposed to do. He made me chicken and French fries. I went through the entire process. He told me that I needed to create a character and a backstory and do the points and all of this. And now I had done the point system with designating to different abilities and all that. I had done that on the video games, but on the video games, I don't have to create a background.
Yeah.
So, so I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm creating this whole story of this, player. And then he did that and I didn't want to play anymore. So, yeah.
Oh, how nice of your mom, Wendy.
Wendy, that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Wendy,
Yeah, I
would
never
hang
did
that up on my wall.
D&D.
No, I played like Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale and what is the ones my son had got me and I can't remember. I don't know, but there were two other games that were Dungeons and Dragon oriented, like Forgotten Realms type thing, and those were awesome. But I had never played in person,
Oh yeah, we used to do weekend marathons.
Quit Sunday morning or Sunday night.
Yep, because everybody had to work Monday.
I have a friend of mine on AOL that I've known for 20 years. She lives in West Virginia, I believe. Her name's Ann, and she has a group that still plays D&D. Oh, Wendy. Thank you.
My favorite game was Zelda, Legend of Zelda on the Nintendo NES, I think is what it's called. 8-bit. And I thought about getting one, saving up and getting one since they reproduced these ones, but my hands are so screwed up and tennis elbow and all kinds of crap and no.
My problem is like right here with my Zebra, it's like the controllers are only this big and you got your arms together like this, and I'm like, I need a controller that's out here like this.
Yeah, the controllers are definitely boob busters.
Yeah. I played Baldur's Gate on the PC, and I played it later on. I cannot remember the name of that damn game. It's driving me crazy because Dark Alliance. Dark Alliance and Dark Alliance 2 were also D&D games, but I played those I think on the PS2 with somebody that was staying in my house for a little bit. Stole. I was pissed. It's okay, Wendy.
No problem, honey.
But I played Baldur's Gate on the PC. I played Icewind Dale and Neverwinter Nights, I think, on the PC. John and I usually switch off. He would play for like an hour, and we had all the cheat sheets. So we did unlimited coins and invincibility, and then we found the code that said instant kill. And I was like, oh, what's that? And we did it, and everything around us just went poof. And I'm like, oh, I like that one. Go collect everything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we cheated a little bit, but it was fun because I had the walkthroughs and everything, and he would be on the computer, and then after an hour we'd switch, and he would be telling me which way to go, and helping out, and yeah, it was pretty cool. It was fun. It was together time because John and I, when we first moved to South Carolina, we were together, and we were together for 3.5 years. So we tried to do things together because he was jealous of the time I spent talking to my AOL people. So I was like, fine, let's do something together. And he was like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, you're the one bitching. You tell me.
Exactly.
So he picked
Yeah,
that.
I went completely through Zelda once without codes and stuff, and then I went back through with the codes just to see what they all did. After that, it just kind of fell flat. It's like, okay, been there, done that, and yeah, I got rid of the machine.
Running.
Of course it is. Mostly work-related.
Wendy, to answer your question, he has an appointment with a neurosurgeon on Wednesday, February 5th at 10 something in the morning. So I'll actually have to be a morning person that day to take him to the doctor.
And Jules, to answer your question, I am in Anderson, South Carolina. It is about 45 minutes outside of Greenville, towards the Georgia border. Greenville is more recognizable, and you can find it easier on a map if you're looking at a map. Greenville, bigger. Yeah, Anderson sucks here.
Yeah, but it's easier for me to remember now because my doctor's last name now is Anderson.
Oh, you lived in Greenville, really? Cool, very cool. I trained at the Greenville Whitehorse Road Walmart when I did loss prevention. That's the store I trained at. That's about all I did in Greenville. Spartanburg.
The closest,
Greenville County, yeah, Spartanburg. I've been there too.
closest I've ever gotten to the Carolinas was a 5-gallon bucket from Gem Mountain that my sis got me for my birthday one year.
Yeah.
Wendy says, love and prayers to you, Tim.
Thank you, Wendy.
And also the good news about the doctor's appointment.
I actually prefer to play on a console. I don't really like playing on a computer, or I definitely do not like playing on a laptop. I was playing it was free, and when I was in Florida I was playing it, I think Neverwinter Nights or Icewind Dale or whatever, Neverwinter Nights. And I just can't with having to press all these different keys and different. I'm like, no, but you have the controller, you can hover over the keys you're going to use, and if you're on a keyboard, you're like this, and there's keys you have to move around. I don't like it. So I prefer console. But the games that I play right now, I have a PS3 because I'm behind the times. I can't afford a PS4. The games I have right now that I play, and I play them repeatedly, so I have them pretty much memorized, and I don't care. I still love them. Is Dragon Age Awakening, which is the add-on for Dragon Age. Dragon Age 2 can go fuck itself, but the third and fourth one are great. They changed the graphics and they made the elves sound like Lucky Charm leprechauns, and it doesn't work. But they changed you can't change things like that. But anyway, and then I play Kingdoms of the Amalur Reckoning. You play those.
It may have been stashed. I don't remember. It's been so long ago. I'm in my 50s now. That was like when I was teen into my early 20s. Long time ago.
Yeah. Jules, it doesn't suck per se here, but for me it does because I don't go anywhere. I don't know anybody. So I'm sure if I had friends here and there was things to do, then maybe it would be better. But there are still bad areas and bad elements. I mean, you're gonna have that everywhere. But inexpensive depends on. I mean, I paid $525 for this. Well, we paid $525 for this place. No, I've been here 20 years. Yeah, no, I do not love Elder Scrolls. My character in Oblivion got shot in the ass and didn't turn around to fight back. And I'm like, turn around. And I didn't realize you had to manually turn his ass around. I'm sorry, if I'm getting shot in the ass, I'm automatically turning around. You know what I mean? I'm like, but anyway, no, I moved here 20 years ago. And I don't, when I worked at Walmart, I couldn't make friends, and then the opportunity just never happened. I could never get into Final Fantasy. I didn't like it. But I mean, I can't afford to live on my own here. I get $800. I cannot live on my own. I am in a regular house. It's an old mill house. So basically, you can go in a complete circle.
Does not like Dragon Ball Z.
Wendy.
That was squashy.
Squashy. You're both tired. You can walk in a complete circle. That's why I have a connecting room to the room next door, because you can come in the front door, go through the living room, through the kitchen, into the bedroom, and then you hook a left and you come through a doorway into my room, and then I have a doorway that leads back out to the front door. So you can go all the way around in a circle, and the bathroom is actually off that bedroom. So anybody in the house that needs to use the bathroom has to go through that room. So it's kind of intrusive if someone's using it as a bedroom, and it's $525 a month. So it would be okay if I lived here by myself, but I can't afford to because I only get $800 a month. So it depends on your financial situation. You can get, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some beautiful places in this town, and you can get really, really nice places here if you have the finances to do it. I do not.
I don't either, and I've been looking.
Me neither.
Especially mad. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Sis and I bought this place,
gotta,
so we own the house, and we just pay $265 a month for lot rent.
Oh, we just got the notification here not too long ago that our lot rent gets to go up in May.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even give us 30 days notice when they jumped at $25 here.
Ours usually only either goes up $5 or $10 every year. Every year.
Well, they didn't do it for several years, so they slammed us with a 25-er, you know. Supposedly because the water bills were all going up, because the water is included, but they didn't go up.
So
I'm going to shut my camera because I'm going to turn my table and try and cut up my food so I can eat. I haven't eaten all day, so I'm still here though. And Squashy and Wendy, you behave yourself.
But I mean, on the big scheme of things, I mean, $265 a month for rent is not bad. Because we paid for this outright.
yeah.
So we didn't make payments.
But yeah, like I said, I mean, we're in the same boat as you. You know, our mobile home is our mobile home.
Mm-hmm.
But our lot rent, I mean, our lot rent's reasonable. I mean, we're only paying $275 now, when it's going up to $285.
Okay.
Oh, I imagine ours will probably go up again where this whole property tax debacle thing happened.
Yeah.
Because they have rentals. And, you know, the rentals aren't going to cover that probably. So they'll come up with some lame excuse to hit us again. And everybody will complain because, you know, we already got increases in property taxes. We don't need you increasing the lot rent because you got increases in property taxes. You're the idiots that own them, not us.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I said, I only have a single wide. My property taxes on my mobile home was only, I want to say, $70 some for an entire year.
Well, it was $191 for us, but this year we got a new appraiser, and it was during COVID, and so he was like, "Oh, well, these are awful low. I'm going to reassess them like real houses." And now they're sticking us real house property tax. It was well over $400 this year for our property taxes, and more than doubled. And I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me!" So we put in I don't know. There's like this form thing you fill out. There's a protest, and they're probably going to do a big meeting kind of thing or something because everybody in town's going to do it. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 trailer parks in town, and they own all but one. And they have rentals in all but one, the one they don't own.
We're in the freezing cold area, so to speak.
Yeah,
We're in
Kansas.
Midwest. Illinois.
Yep. Bible Belt.
Hiya, Ted. I missed you coming in. Sorry, hon.
The only thing in this town that outcounts the churches is the liquor stores in the number of them that we have in this town.
Northern. I think just about, well, at one point in time, for every church, there was a bar here.
Oh, we've got those too. I just wasn't counting those. But if you count those, then yeah, way outcounts the churches. And we got a lot of churches.
Uh-huh.
I mean, in a population of roughly 28,000, there's got to be 20, 25, maybe even 30 churches.
Like I said, and we got a population of about 30,000. So, yeah.
Yeah. It just kind of varies. It kind of bounces between 28 and 30, depending on the number of kids going to the local university.
Well, here, and it just screwed us because we had 2 colleges in town, and one actually closed.
Technically, we've had 2 because one of them is a tech college and one of them is a university.
We have Illinois College and McMurray College here in town, and then we have a offshoot of Lincoln Land Community College. So we have a branch of it here, which is the home office and base of it is in Springfield. But
yeah, ours branches to nursing and teaching. What used to be the teaching college here way back in the day was the Kansas State Teachers College, which had quite the history. And then we also have the Teachers Hall of Fame here for the nation.
Well,
So,
back in the day,
which is kind of a joke, to be honest.
back in the day, McMurray was the women's college and IC was the men's college. They were when they were separate.
Yeah, they the Teachers College was I can't remember if it was unisex or if it was just all female, but I'm thinking it was all female because the dorms they had on campus dorms, and then they had I don't know, it was like rooms that you letted in the downtown area near the college, and they were all women oriented. In fact, there's an old house here called Plum Place that has been a women's place to live. No men are allowed at all. So yeah, don't be dating and bringing one home because you'll get booted. Even today, but
bosom buddies there.
They closed. It's been in the past couple of weeks, and they had been open since the early 1900s. And it's because one of their administrator whatevers that they brought in embezzled a buttload of money and basically tanked the place. Tanked a piece of history out of greed. Embezzled a bunch of money, and I don't know, they like caught him and went after him and everything, or her, I should say. But yeah, they weren't able to, something timing wise, they weren't able to stay afloat because it affected their grants and stuff that they were able to get. They weren't able to get grants and stuff like they should have. And I don't know what it was, but it was a mess. But yeah, they had to close.
Tina yelled at me.
Hi, Thomas.
That sucks, though. Hi, Thomas. Mm.
But yeah, I did. I yelled at her the other day. But then I turned around and made her cold the other night.
She did. I was like, damn, where's my hoodie? Hi, Thomas. Thank you for coming. Sorry, I'm got my camera off because I'm eating. And I don't like to eat on camera.
I sent her a screenshot of my weather bug for here. It was, 13 degrees?
Yeah, I'm like, no, that's nope weather. Stop that. And
We actually warmed up here
just
today.
down another degree. I'm like, mm-mm.
We warmed up here today. I don't know what we are right now, but we got into upper 40s today.
Oh, I think I'm at currently 29.
Yeah, it drops back down, and we're probably getting close to there. I'm feeling a little nip in the air, but we're still at 45. Put my eyeballs on so I can read the small print. Because all it is white little fuzzballs on a black screen.
I've got 29 degrees Fahrenheit and feels like 20 though.
Looks like we're going to stay in the 40s tonight. Low's 43. Tomorrow is high of 50. It would be higher, but we have rain. So, rain and thunder.
Hi, Ted. I forgot to say hi to you. I was chewing.
And then Saturday we're in the 50s.
I'm eating. You're going to make me look and see what the temperature is?
Ooh, Sunday we drop back down to 38. And then we creep back up 40s, 50s through Thursday. That's as far as this thing goes.
It is currently 38 degrees.
Oh my God. Can I call you Mr. C?
No.
50% chance of rain and snow showers Thursday. Yay. So it's
38 degrees, 3 degrees Celsius. So just for my
Stash.
people.
Oh, we have a 60% chance of rain tonight. So I guess it's going to start tonight and rain all day tomorrow.
Wendy, that's not true. It is not always cold there. Because you guys had a heat wave not too long ago, maybe 2 years ago, or a year ago. You guys had a huge heat wave in England. I know because I watched that comedy show that I told you about that I now can't remember what his name was, but I watched him and he was putting on all the people that were bitching about how hot it was.
Graham Norton?
No?
Oh.
Howard something.
Yeah, happy days.
Russell Howard. That's what his name is. Russell Howard. He's absolutely hysterical. My son knows I'm doing a live. He's messaging me. How is it? Yeah, I'm eating it. It's fine. I'm not dead yet.
Just tell him if he hears a thump, then to come and check. That means that, food poisoning.
Well, he ate the same thing, so if he's not dead, I'm fine.
There you go. Well, he could have poisoned yours, left his alone. You never know.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, Staff just said that. I've heard him say that he's Richie's lost other lost brother. Yeah, the humidity in South Carolina is crazy. You don't want to come here if you have a problem with humidity.
Yeah, it's not much better here either. You walk
Same.
outside and you're smacked with a wet towel.
It's like you're trying to breathe a wet towel.
Trying to do that with COPD is interesting. But I don't like dry. Dry heat would be awesome, but it also affects my sinuses. And to get that, you have to go live in the desert. And yeah, I don't like sand. So sand on my skin.
Yeah, it is there.
No, I would rather suffocate than have sand on my skin. Put it to you that way. That's
Yeah, well,
pretty
you've
profound.
got skin issues. That's why you're always rollering the kitty cares off of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Which isn't as bad in the winter, but in the summer, yeah, I'm wearing out the fur removers. But when I go to bed at night, especially if I can't make my bed because of my back, then yeah, I'm defurring my sheets and my pillow before I even get in bed every night. Because yeah, not a good thing.
Jules, that's one of the reasons I have to stay inside so much. I mean, aside from my situation right now, I had to stay inside a lot before because humidity. I get heat sick very easily. It's like instant dehydration. That's how it feels, and so I have to be careful of going out in the heat and the humidity and stuff. So I moved to South Carolina. I actually didn't get that until I moved here.
Yeah, I had my first heat stroke. I was 16, 17, teenager, and it was bad. And had it several times since. One time in the hospital, my room got too warm, and I was trying to get their attention, and I was super weak and sick, and they weren't getting the memo.
Sorry.
And yeah.
I read what Staff wrote. I'm sorry.
Yeah, heavy heat stroke in a hospital room is not, it's like, wake up, people. When you walk into the room and it's cooking, the patient has stripped naked and is barely making sense. Probably a good idea to, close the curtains and cool the room down.
Maybe. Definitely on the chemically outside.
Piece of chicken is not cooked all the way, and I just ate half of it before I realized that might not go over well later.
Maybe not. Don't eat the other part that's not done.
Yeah, text him back and have him nuke it to finish it up.
No, it's just one piece, like one or two pieces that are left out of that one piece that he gave me. So.
Oh, nibbles.
I just have to.
Hey, Silver. Hey, Lydia.
Ah. My chat was moving too fast, so I couldn't get to Lydia to make her blue. Yeah, that too. I'm not a very people-y person these days.
We have plenty of people because they put class back in session at the uni, I don't know, a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago.
Well, no, I don't really want chicken. Good thing I was almost done, although.
Willow, question.
Answer, maybe.
For a kitty who's got now it's a senior kitty that's got a eye cold.
Mm-hmm.
Short of taking Kitty to the doctor to get eye drops or medicine or whatever, what's the best thing to do at home short of doing the constant wiping and cleaning of the eye to help clear up the ickies?
Usually, eye ickies, even a kitty cold in an eye is usually tied to a kitty cold in the respiratory system. So I would recommend contacting your vet and getting some Albon to give her, which is yellow antibiotic. Or they might give you the pink stuff where it's a cold, because the Albon is gastrointestinal. Yeah, they'll probably give you the amoxicillin, the pink liquid amoxicillin. Yeah.
Okie dokie, I will pass it on to my daughter.
Yeah.
Got a
She
kitty
probably-
that has eye ickies going on.
Yeah, eye ickies are usually tied to an infection in the respiratory system. So
Okay.
that or just overall malnourishment. It could be that the kitty's old enough that, it's not processing food as well. Could have a thickening of the intestines or something like that. But more than likely, since it is winter and you are in cold country, it's probably a kitty cold.
I'll say it's inside kitty, but things happen.
It don't matter. It don't matter. They'll sleep by a draft or something like that, and yeah, boom, you got a kitty cold. The amoxicillin, they mix it on site and then give it to you in a liquid form, and you want to go ahead and administer it, use it, because it will mold if you try to keep it in the fridge. It doesn't have longevity. If you want backstash and you have arrangements with your vet, like I do, I buy it dry and it's shelf stable, and then when I need it, I can just mix it. So.
Okay. I will let her know. Thank you, dear.
Yep. I don't know if your vets will do that, and I also buy Albon in a big bulk bottle, and anybody that has a gastro upset, I'm good. So you just don't want to over administer if you're able to do that, because you can break down their immune system. But I only use it when I need to. So they were having me do that when I was doing fostering and stuff like that, in case I needed to administer to a kitten, and not have to take it out and haul it and expose it even more to cold and stuff like that. Yes, amoxicillin is perishable, Jules, and so you want to go ahead and use it. Give them the full thing, and not try to keep it to use later, because it's only good for a couple of weeks in the fridge tops, and it will grow mold because it is a perishable product. Like I said, that's why I store it dry on the shelf, and then I mix it myself as needed, and I don't have to worry about that, and I don't have to make extra trips to the vet to get it, haul the cat in, pay a fortune. I can just go buy supplies, and they're good with that. So, because too many years being a foster, they kind of put you in a different class than the average Joe walking in with their cat, and they still accommodate me in that regard, because of how many cats that I have, and I still take in a kitten now and then. So.
I'm back.
Good.
Welcome back, dear.
Thank you.
I needed to ask because my daughter messaged me, and I'm like, I short of going to the vet, I'm not 100% sure. Other, warm rags and keeping it clean,
Yeah, but like I said, the cold in the eye thing is almost kind of a myth when it comes with cats. Usually, if they get goopy eye, it's usually tied to upper respiratory or malnourishment. You get tiny kittens in, they haven't been well cared for, and they'll have the goopy eye. And but usually, even with malnourishment, there's usually some respiratory issues involved in it. So it's pretty much eye goops, for the most part, are usually tied to upper respiratory.
Okay.
Yeah, my son needs to come in and get this plate, because after seeing pink chicken, I can't eat anymore. I've had food poisoning before. It's not pretty, and I don't want it again. And
No, let's don't go that deep.
the fact that I ate most of it, I'm hoping it's just that section, because I didn't feel undercooked chicken when I was eating it, but I'm hoping it's just that one section that's undercooked.
Yeah, you can usually feel it and taste that texture.
It's a texture thing.
chewy,
and taste thing.
chewier. One thing also with chicken, if the chicken has gotten probiotics, antibiotics, growth hormones, anything like that, the bone can stay red. And it's not raw. It's just discoloration in the bone because of the drugs. It's a false. It's a
There's no
false
bones in
undercoat.
this, so. This, as a matter of fact, I have no room on my table with this plate here. It's drug juicy, so hold on one sec.
Okay. Hey, Thomas. Kansas. Hey, Fluffy. Kodi will be back in just a mo. She had to communicate with her son.
Hi, Fluff. Oh.
He's like, I checked it. I'm like, it's just in the middle of that one piece. He's like, that's where I check. I'm like, he's gonna eat it. The kid's got a garbage gut, I swear.
Ugh.
Hi, Fluffy. I love Linda. Hi, Flupsy. we got Linda calling him Flupsy, and Victoria calls him Fluffy.
Yep, flushy.
Thomas, I am in South Carolina, and it is 8:22.
Kansas, 7:22.
Illinois, same time as Willow.
Yep, we
Damn,
share time
Jules.
zone.
Okay, we need to wrap Jules in bubble wrap. She said, I
Yeah.
need to stay in bed just as I was getting some energy with the cool, non-humid days. But I've had bad food poisoning this week, and today had brackets at Lowe's fall on my head and have a big knot. Damn, girl. We need to bubble wrap you and keep you in the closet or something.
I was on Darlene's channel this morning,
Mhm.
and it's Hat Friday. So you have to wear a hat.
Mm-hmm.
So I wore my mobster hat. And somebody was joking about something and diapers in the chat. And I was like, oh, be right back. And went and grabbed a Depends and strapped it over my head and came back on. The chat noticed, the panel did not. And it was hilarious. And so, yeah, if you want to see me with a Depends strapped over my head, just go check out her morning show from today. But, yeah, it was an interesting little thing. I finally commented in chat, it's interesting that nobody's noticed I have a Depends on my head. I typed that in the chat, and then the panel and the host, Darlene, and she was like, she needed some cheering up, and the chat had kind of gone south about some wax on a headboard. And so I was just trying to divert the subject.
Trying to change the channel a little bit, right?
I think Willow was hanging around in that adult party a little too long. That's what I think.
Well, I didn't have a diaper, so I used an adult diaper. But yeah, it worked. Everybody in chat, I mean, I came back, kicked the camera on, and I had this thing strapped to my head, and everybody busted out in the chat. And Darlene was just, but yeah, she needed cheering up.
Well, then, good morning, Thomas.
That is Mama's daughter-in-law. So
yeah,
she's still struggling.
It's been almost a year, and I'm still struggling with John. So I can only imagine with a parent, you know.
Yeah. And she was I think, of a mom to her than her real mom. So
yeah,
by far, she had a rough childhood. So she, it was a very profound loss for them. Anybody that knows Mama knows how big of a loss she is. She was a regular on Sandy's channel. So just
yeah,
Sandy.
it'll be
Silvers.
It'll be a year in February 22nd. It will be 1 year since John died.
Yeah.
That is going to be a really rough day for me, let me tell you.
And November 19th was a rough day for me because that's when my dad died in 2003. And April 18th will be another rough day because that's when my mom died in 2014. So.
The cat's knocked over my laundry basket. I'm like, what the hell? How are you fitting on the chair right now? I'm like, my laundry basket's tipped over.
Yeah, we used to do the hamper thing, and I even got hampers for this place, and then we just figured out that they just don't work. They're just saying we don't accumulate enough for a hamper, and it's going to be a mold issue in the summer, that kind of stuff. We just put them in a basket on the washing machine, and when the basket gets full, then we just run it, which is usually just a few days. And
yeah, we can't do that because we do laundry separate. There's not enough room.
Yeah.
And certain people leave their laundry in the dryer all the time.
Bachelor move.
I hate that.
Or bachelorette move, because I've heard that too. Sandy pulls her t-shirts out of the dryer. So.
If you're living by yourself, that's not a problem. But when there are other people that are using them, be considerate. Yeah. Oh, Linda. I'm sorry, honey.
He would want you to celebrate your birthday, honey.
He would.
He would?
Mm-hmm.
You can celebrate your birthday and his life on that day instead of his death. And,
I actually don't know what day my dad died because he was in South Carolina, and I didn't even know he was in the hospital until my mother called me and said, by the way, your father died. I'm like, what? And it was a shock. And I don't want to ask my mom because then she gets sad. So I know he died in August. And it was 22 years ago. I know that. But I don't remember the exact day because I was like, what happened? And she said that he had come back from the trip up north because they had just come visit me in Massachusetts, and he was coughing. He started coughing on the last day he was here, and I was like, "Are you okay?" Meanwhile, I'm in the hospital after having emergency gallbladder surgery the night before they were supposed to leave, and I asked him then. I'm in the hospital for myself. I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's just altitude changes in the temperature." But I'm like, "But you've been here for a week and you just started coughing. That doesn't make sense for an explanation." And they came home, and my dad immediately started trimming his lawn because the lawn. He was a golfer. The lawn had to be a certain height, and he started coughing. And he started coughing blood. So they went to the doctor. The doctor wouldn't even let him leave the office. He called an ambulance to come get my dad. He said he had pneumonia. And my dad was in his 70s at the time, so he was a real high risk with the pneumonia. So he ended up in the hospital on oxygen. And my mom never called me to tell me he was in the hospital. I'm like, why didn't you call and tell me? She goes, well, there's nothing you could have done. I could have called him and talked to him or something. I'm like, what the hell? So, yeah. So
no, Jules, no judgment.
Yeah, I never got to say.
You told us about that story. We get it.
Yeah.
There's still issues even with my dad that I struggle with.
My dad was an asshole.
Conflict. So
my dad was a straight up asshole. He was an asshole to everyone, including me. In the last 2 years of his life, though, it was like he knew that he wasn't going to be around much longer. All of a sudden, he was how he
trying
should.
To mend fences.
Yeah, it's like they came to visit that time, and he was like, he's like, your furniture is crap. Let's go get you some living room furniture. And I'm like, going, what? This is the man that wouldn't let me rent the 6 months before that. He wouldn't lend me the money for rent because I didn't have it, and I was on welfare. I didn't have the rent, and he was like, nope, you'll have to figure it out on your own. And I did, but then all of a sudden he doesn't like my furniture, so let's go get new furniture. And he bought me a love seat and a couch and tables and all kinds of crap. And I'm like, and then he was like, how's your bedroom? And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, well, how old's your mattress? And I was like, I don't know. So I told him the approximate. He goes, nah, we need to get you to. He ended up buying me a brand new bedroom set and a king-size bed.
Damn.
I'm like, who are you? And what have you? Where's the pod hiding? Because my father doesn't do shit like this, So it's very strange. And he even let my daughter have a kitten because we had a cat that had kittens. And it was like
he was trying to rebuild bridges.
Yeah, but you can't get forewarned 2 years in advance that you're going to get pneumonia and die. You know what I mean? So it's not like he had cancer and knew that his time was limited or anything.
Sometimes it was the weirdest sense.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing, and I was like, damn. So it was nice that I was able to have a couple of years of what a normal dad should have been, but I still had the childhood issues from when I was younger. He was a male chauvinist pig. He was racist. He was Canadian. I was like, aren't Canadian? I was like, you're Canadian. You should be nicer. And he's like, go to your room. Okay.
I know, Linda. And yeah, there's just certain things that pop up in my head. And then I'm like, wait a minute, you get over it, and then I move on. I don't linger. I don't dwell. It just every once in a while pops into my mind, kind of like PTSD kind of moment. But yeah, I don't linger on it.
Yeah, I don't use it as a crutch. I mean, I was rebelling against my dad's attitude from when I was little, so people say that you take after your parents or whatever, or you become your parents, but I never did.
I did to a degree, but not parenthood wise, because I don't have kids. But
are we bringing you down, Stash? Sorry, honey.
I'm sorry, Stash. But thank you for my present. It's gorgeous, 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 and I love them. Thank you.
Yeah, she'll be sleeping with them for a few days, I'm sure. Have them.
Dog won't be happy because those are taking dog spot. So I was gonna be like, damn, first I got a cat stealing my spot, now I got this box stealing my spot.
That or the cat will be on the box that's stealing the spot.
Yeah, I have to keep that closed.
That is so true, Linda.
Yeah, well, I'm adopted, so there was no genetic connection to anybody in my family. And that's why I get a kick out of nature versus nurture arguments. And I'm like, well, I'm one for nature because I am not anything like my mother or my father. It was yes, definitely generous and sweet. Thank you. So. Excuse me, can I answer? My son must have had something on his shoes. My dog is licking on the floor. That dog is weird. Send me bed. Come on, bed. Thank you. Yes, I say thank you to my dog when she's a good girl. Don't judge me.
I talk to my animals. I know Willow talks to hers because, that's what she does. Because they talk to her.
And that right there is the instigator of the growling. Yeah.
They want supper. So y'all are going to go on an adventure with me in the kitchen. I'll feed the kitties and nuke me some dinner because I haven't eaten since I got up yet.
That's what I'm working on is dinner.
Yes, I know.
She is such an instigator. Yeah, you can't really see her. Oh, she's like so far behind. There she is. She's instigating the crap out of the dog right now.
Yeah,
mine's mother henning me because my pain levels spiked last night, and I didn't get to sleep until 5 o'clock this afternoon. No, 1:30 this afternoon, and then I woke up at 5:30 to make it to your show.
It would be a question for you. Jules said she found some really old silk finish thread. Do you think it's still good and will it sell?
Just do the snap test. You just unspool a little bit of it and see if you can snap it. If it doesn't snap, it's good and it will sell. and it will sell high because silk thread is hard to come by, especially on a wood spool.
Have a wonderful day, Thomas.
I covet silk thread on wood spool because I use it for when I'm sewing silk, which I do when I make little handbags and reticules and things like that. And yeah, I have 2 sewing thread cabinets that are actually end table size cabinets. Both are packed full, and I can hold in my hand the number of silk spools that I have. They are that hard to come by. And I live in prairie needlework country, and they're that hard to come by. Okay, time to feed kitties. And me. Yes, I hear you.
We can all
That is
hear
a
you.
little Alpha, my lap kitty. And she will stop doing that the minute that I put a bowl under her nose, and not until then.
Right, Linda? But I do hope everybody's having a good day, night, morning, whatever you're having.
I am, since I got some sleep.
Yeah, I got some sleep this morning, and I got a nap that my alarm woke me up from.
What do you guys want to eat? Tell me.
She beat my actual alarm by like 5 minutes. I was like, damn, woman, I had 5 minutes left. She goes, too late, get up. Willow Jewel says they are on wood 5 spool bit of 5 spools, bit of a spool. Yes, they snap, but for handspring, I think they would be okay. Don't know for machine sewing. Oh, for hand sewing, I think they would be okay. Don't know for machine sewing.
Silk thread is meant for hand sewing. It's not meant for machine sewing. So if it doesn't snap, should be good.
Ouch, Christy.
Ow, damn.
Ow! What
Watch
are
where
you
you put that
sticking
thing,
your
girl.
face in the pot?
I'm getting it. I gotta write it
You're not
down.
supposed to have your face over boiling water, Christy. Stop that.
Willow, you are not moving fast enough.
Well, I came back around to answer the question, and then went back to write, because we keep a journal of when they fed and medications and all that. And so I wanted to document, because if I don't do it before I feed them, I'll forget. And yeah, she was quite unhappy about that.
Casualty of making mashed potatoes. Christy, you're not supposed to boil your eyeball. That does not go in mashed potatoes. And the loud sound people might have heard was an avalanche in the roommate's room. I have no idea what it was, but it sounded like my broom. Not the one I have in my room, but the one that was supposed to leak out the main room.
Okay. Jules says, I'm not drunk. It's autocorrect. Willow, it does snap if I pull.
How hard are you pulling? A regular pull, or are you giving it effort? Because if you're not putting hardly any effort behind it and it snaps and it's rotten and it's no good. But take the thread off the spools if it's a wood spool and offer up the spools, and you can still get a few bucks for the wood spools because people use them in crafts and things.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's a wood spool, yeah, don't get rid of that.
Christy,
Why
stop
is
stirring.
Callie on the counter behind you?
Christy, stop stirring the potatoes with your eyeball. Don't use your face. Use a spoon.
She's been getting up on the counter, and I can put a bowl of food under her nose on the counter, but she won't eat it on the counter. But she likes to get up and watch, so she can see what I'm doing up here on the island.
Linda loves wooden spools.
Yeah, me too. I use them to make doll furniture and ornaments and all kinds of fun things.
Oh, Jules said she threw out tons of those wooden spools a few years back. That's right. If you have pickers in your area, they probably went through the trash and got them and made money off of them, so at least they didn't go to waste.
Yeah,
Probably.
they would have been snagged for sure. Yes,
She's
I
all
know.
like, yeah, it was funny.
Okay, here comes sudden silence.
That'd be nice.
I mean, she literally cuts off mid meow. Ah!
I don't think the roommates are home because I didn't hear anybody picking up the avalanche, which was right in front of the door that connects. It's from Iverton Mills.
Yeah, that's an old one. I'll be right back. I gotta pass these out. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, Linda, I agree. Me too. Me too.
Yep, me 3.
John's way of cleaning was to grab things and throw it in a garbage bag and throw it away. He didn't look at it. He didn't sort through anything. He just picked it up and threw it away. And I'm like, stop it.
That was me when I was younger. My husband had a canary fit. Well, matter of fact, he did have one.
So yeah, I couldn't. I had to go through everything, sort it, and pile it up, and then he would just come in and grab the pile and throw it in the garbage bag because he was giving me heart attacks every time he cleaned. And I'm like, stop it, don't touch that. Especially if he went near my desk. I'm like, back away from the desk slowly. I was like, if you don't recognize what you're throwing away, it's not yours. Don't touch it.
Now, what is it with that?
Jules wants to know, should I just listen to the fools and put that the thread may or not be good?
You would only be able to list them as spools. Somebody might want them on the thread on there just for the look, but clarify that it did not pass the snap test, and yeah, it'll just sell for the spools.
I don't have my sorry. Cody, you should do an unboxing. I start reading in my head. No, don't. I forget that I'm on a live. Hi. Cody, you should do an unboxing and bagging when you get the package from Devin. And if there's something you don't want, just put it in one of my boxes. LOL. I will do that, Linda. I will absolutely do that. But I will only do it if you are here. So.
You're welcome, Jules.
So when I get that, I schedule the live, I will send you the link in Messenger. And that way, just in case you don't get a notification, you'll know that I'm doing it. And if you can't get here, know that I will not unbox it unless you're here. It's so hard to schedule times because of the people overseas. And I feel bad because you guys are like, I know the times and stuff. So I feel bad. Because I want all of you to be able to come and play. Oh, really, Jules? I did not know that. I know that Anderson is called the Electric City. I think it's because it's the first place in the area that got electricity. I'm not sure. I don't really care. But it's called the Electric City. I'm like, really, it's not that electrifying to me. But I mean, the downtown area was nice. It's just so expensive in downtown, you know, and.
But it is very pretty down there.
Yeah, with my bad back, I can't just go and walk around downtown, especially if I'm not buying anything. And I can't afford anything in any of the stores downtown. They did have a bead store for about a year that I used to go into, and I was going to get into starting to do precious metal clay. And the bead store actually had a kiln that you could rent out a shelf on, so you could make your, precious metal clay jewelry or whatever, and then you could bring them in, and whatever would fit on that tray. It was like $25 per firing. So whatever would fit on one of the trays that goes in the kiln, you pay $25 and they fire it for you. And I was going to do that, and then poof, they were gone. I was like, well, shit. So yeah, there are a lot of options going on. Well, there's always good stones in Devon stuff. We all know that Devon has some good stuff. Good stuff. Definitely, he does. So,
Getting me. Chickens are
John
loud.
John and I went and hung out downtown like once. He's like, let's just go hang out downtown. I'm like, okay. So we, of course, went to the coffee shop downtown because John is a coffee addict, was a coffee addict. And I ended up buying him chocolate-covered coffee beans. I never did it again. One, this little tiny bag of chocolate-covered beans cost me $12 freaking dollars. I'm like, you spoiled fucker. And he ate like 2 of them and bounced all over the plate. He was hyper monkey man. I was like, I'm never gonna give you that. No.
Lesson learned on that one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, I mean, the man could drink. He would drink like 2 pots of coffee a day. He always had coffee in his hand, but those coffee beans were like mainlining it, I guess. And he just, I told him he wasn't allowed to give those to the kids. Like, do not let the children see those. They are not allowed to touch them.
Yeah, really. Talk about the zoomies from hell.
I'm glad, Linda. We would rather have you here too. So, where'd Fluffy go? Fluffy disappeared out of my chat. That's not right.
He popped in and said hi, and I haven't seen a Diddy Bird since, so he's probably watching an auction.
Fluffy.
Unless he knows there's some auctions that I don't. I've only got 2, 3. Of course, then again, I am not subscribed to every person on the planet either.
Oh, there he is. Hi, Fluffy. Jules, downtown, they're kind of renovating it. So there are a lot of buildings that you can see the face of the building, but there is nothing behind it. It's kind of like the attic's empty, you know. They were trying to revitalize it and rebuild it. I don't have any idea about the condos. I know that some of those buildings where they have shops at the bottom have apartments and things upstairs, but I don't know. I haven't seen, well, I haven't really been out of my house in 2 years, but the last time, he was playing a game with Toad. Again, your games come before me, Fluffy. I'm crushed.
Or just as she was fixing to jump up and get into the leftovers from the other 2 kitties. Sable is a little pain in the butt in that regard. And her butt don't need it.
Yeah, I don't know how much building up they've done. I mean, I drive through like just the outside edge of downtown to go to my prosthetic appointments. I haven't seen them doing too much down there. A lot of the stores are closed and whatnot now because of COVID, but before it was just people. We have 2 distinct sections of this town. One is rich and one is so not. And if the rich aren't buying, you're going out of business, you know, because the poor people cannot afford the prices of things downtown. I mean, $12 for a little tiny bag. There was like, 25 little beans in that bag for. So I'm like, what in the hell? So, and I'm still in shock. And that was 18 years ago. But they do have like parades, and they have art awards ceremony. Well, they did have all of that. They don't right now. We have a farmer's market. It's very small, but it's a nice little farmer's market. It's one of the places I was going to sell my jewelry. You're allowed to sell non-food items there if they are handmade. They don't allow any of the paparazzi or any of that other stuff in there. It's all going to be handmade. So, which makes it nice because I get to see other artists' work. It's Squatty. So. Jules said, it's so weird that stones are coming back. I was an Earth Mama, New Age Mama, was a buyer at a huge New Age store and bought stones from people from the country the stones came from. Yeah. And in certain communities, they've always been huge, but now it's the outer band communities and things that are suddenly very into stones and pretties and being connected to the planet, probably because we're destroying it. So people want to feel more connected to it, which is great because if you feel more connected to the planet, you're more inclined to protect it. So I have no problem with that. But yeah, we don't have a New Age store or pagan store here in Anderson. There is a place that I don't know if they're still in business, but there was a place called Uncle Tom's. And yeah, I know that sounds really racist, but that was the name of the store. And it was run by two very awesome Black women. The only thing I had a problem with in that store is that they had the Nag Champa going so strong that you walk in the door and you start coughing because it just infuses your lungs. So I was like, oh, okay, Wendy, I love you. Get some sleep, woman.
Night, Wendy. Night, Toad. Even though Toad's dead.
Good night, Toad. I love you too. But there is a store or two or three in Greenville. I went to one called the Dragon's Treasure. I think it was Dragon's Treasure. I don't know if they're still in business, but I did go in there, and they had some really nice things. But mostly I get my stuff online. Well, Fluffy, I think that's just an excuse so you can game. Because you want to game. Because my son says the same thing. But you just saw him in and out of my room like, he wasn't gaming, but he was fine.
Right back. I just got to grab my dinner out of the microwave.
Oh, okay, Jules. Well, that's cool. I don't know with your health tools if you want to visit someone who's been sick. Just saying. Yeah, and they do have Pagan Pride Day in Greenville. I found that out. I was ecstatic. I could never get to it because we never had the gas, or we either didn't have the gas, or we didn't have a working vehicle. So I still haven't gotten one of those things, but they do have one in Greenville, South Carolina. So I thought that was pretty progressive, considering I had to kick people out from the Bob Jones University. I had to kick them out of Walmart a few times because they were harassing customers, soliciting, and they don't call it soliciting. I call it soliciting. If you're pressuring someone into doing something that they don't want to do, that's soliciting.
No, that's coercion.
Oh, I see, Jules. Okay, well, I get you. Yeah. But yeah, I was sitting in the little cafeteria area, and they're going around everybody who's eating. They're sitting there eating, and they're like, harassing them about God, and it's like, leave people alone. I was like, nah, you guys got to go. And they're like, you got no authority. I was like, yes, I do. And I showed them my ID. I was like, you need to go. And they're like, we're not doing anything wrong. I'm like, yes, you are. You're harassing customers. Go now. And they gave me a hard time. So I grabbed my phone and I called management. And I was like, they need to go. And he was like, she said, you need to go. You need to go. And he's like, get out of my store or I'll put you on trespass notice. And they were like, you can't do that. And I was like, oh, yes, I can. I was like, so my next call will be to the police department. And everybody in the cafeteria thing, the little eating area, they all applauded because the two of them walked out. I was just like, oh. I was like, if I see you harassing people in my parking lot, I'm calling the cops. I'm not even giving you a warning. Because I knew that's what they were going to do. They were going to go outside the store and they were going to harass the people in the parking lot. No, leave people alone. Everybody has their own way of practicing their religion. And the thing is these people were harassing people that worship the same thing they did. Leave them alone, So yeah, the pagan bitch kicked two little Christian boys out of Walmart. But they were really rude. I'm like, you're not portraying your religion very well here.
Yeah. You can't bully people into believing.
Yeah. I was like, you two are a horrible example of Christianity. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Go pray or something outside my store. Go away. I mean, I really have no problem with people of other faiths. I don't. Until they get in my face or shove it in my face. And I don't like that. I don't do that to anybody else. Don't do it to me. So
I'm much the same. I don't have a problem with other people's beliefs as long as they don't shove it down my throat or
Yeah.
just turn into teetotal asshats. Then yeah, I'm kind of over it.
that's actually Jules. That's actually a pretty common color for silk. That dark words are hard. Dark olive green. That was pretty popular back in the day. My mom used a lot of that. I remember.
Yeah, dark olive, muted blues, creams, pinks. Red is the hardest color to accomplish. They actually use crushed beetle shells to make red even today. Yeah, red food dye in cake. Yeah, don't go there.
Linda, yeah, it's true. Religion or money, which usually coincide with each other, are the biggest reasons for war and fighting and death. Yeah, not a good thing. Not good. But I mean, I'm not going to go into any kind of extreme details about things, but the whole love thy neighbor is a good concept, except a lot of religions take it love thy neighbor unless you are this, and this, and then we don't like you. I'm like, there are no exceptions in the Bible. why anyway, I'm not going to turn it into a religious discussion because that can get us in trouble, just like politics. We're not going to do that because we've only got 4 minutes left. We don't have time for that kind of good fight.
Damn.
Yeah. So I want to put Jimmy's link in again.
Get your butt down. Go. Oh, yeah, now you know what that's for. She eats. Then she goes and trolls around at everybody else's dishes, and I catch her before she can do it. Gee, I wonder why. It couldn't be because, like, 3 minutes later, she hurled her dinner all over my living room and my bedroom floor.
Yeah, we did not need details of that.
Well, neither did I while I'm trying to fix my dinner and eat, but yeah, welcome to my world.
No, you don't have to share that with us. Totally not necessary.
That's what I usually get in the morning.
Tim.
Hey, Linda. Hi, Jules.
Hello, Tim.
Hi, Willows.
Only one of us.
Linda's like, what do you mean only 4 minutes left? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm only doing 2 hours tonight, Linda, because I wanna go see a Old School Flips show at 9:30. So, and I want other people to be able to go that might not go because they're here. So,
Jules.
Yeah.
In case any of you didn't catch earlier, real quick.
go ahead.
I got the appointment made, or they made me appointment, sent me confirmation of it today. I go the 5th of next month, this month, whatever, February.
Yeah, February.
To a neurosurgeon doctor person thingy. So hopefully by then, hopefully I'll get some answers in so I can come back on here and let everybody know.
Yeah. And for anybody that didn't catch your live, Tim, that you told people what was going on, what they found, you could let them know that too. Unless you want me to do it.
You can drop the link and then go watch it.
Okay. Tim's like, watch it, damn it.
They found a mass in my head someplace that is what I'm thinking is causing all these issues with the headaches and the shaking and eyesight and all that stuff.
Which makes sense. I mean, if it's, the mass is interfering with the nerves in your brain, it makes sense that it would affect a bunch of different areas in your body.
Right, exactly. So, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Squashy.
We love you, Tim.
When I find out, I'll set up another live and go from there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, we love you, and we wish you all of the good things.
Appreciate it, all of yous. I does.
Apparently, even Princess wishes you good things. And that confirms that confirms the roommates are not home because their dog is now howling.
Yep. So bark,
Okay.
bark, 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 bark back to them.
I have to listen to stuff like that when they used to all go to work. That's what I had to listen to all freaking night.
Mm-hmm.
Was their dog howling? Yeah, Squashy. Hi, Princess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. So yeah. I thank everybody for coming,
I
and I'm
know.
gonna just drop Dan's link. Well, it's not. I always say Dan's link because I see Dan all the time. It's actually Old School Flips link for the show that Dan is on. And I'll drop that again.
Okay.
Are you thinking about coming back live after their show? Or are you looking
It
to sleep?
depends. Yeah, it depends on how I'm feeling at the time. Because chicken, although usually my system is really sensitive, so if I was gonna get sick from anything, then
Probably would have started by now.
yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
I live with my son, and his friend moved in with his girlfriend, so
And their menagerie.
yeah. Well, they're back down to their original menagerie now. They don't have the kittens anymore.
Yeah, you told me that, but still.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
weren't
so we have
discussed.
me,
The girlfriend,
my
the
dog.
girlfriend, and the critters weren't part of the bargain originally.
Yeah, they weren't originally part of the deal. My son told his friend he could stay here, and the friend's girlfriend moved in too with her dog and their cat, and so we had 2 more pets to add to the zoo that is our house.
Kind of turned your poor house into a poop emoji show, aka shit show.
Yeah. So, but so I'm gonna close it down. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of late by the time they end, so
Yeah, you just have to see how it goes.
yeah. Because I mean, I had to have one of my road dogs on here with me. I can't do it by myself, so it depends on if somebody else is up to coming on here with me. Because I'm not doing it alone. I'm not at that stage yet. Nope.
Depends on what time.
Yeah.
You know I'll be up.
So good night to everybody, or good morning, or good afternoon, however it may fall on you. Don't let it hit you, though. That'll hurt.
Good day,
Bye, everyone.
If anybody wants to come in the back room, I will drop the link to that. Make sure you behave yourself. You might not get in if I don't like you. Just saying. I love you guys. Thank you for coming to my life.
Bye, Linda.
Love
Bye,
you.
Squash.
Bye, everybody.
Good night. Yeah.